It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. It's feeling like diss track season again. So shout out to my man Not Accuracy for DMing me on Discord and letting me know about this. Adam Calhoun dropped Church's Coffin, an Upchurch diss. So I'm excited to dive in. I feel like we will probably get a response to this. You never know though. We might not. But I'm hoping that we do because I love a good back and forth. You got Joey Badass that just took some shots at Kendrick, the West Coast, so on and so forth. You had Ray Vaughn that responded. Daylight responded. I'm hearing that other people may have responded as well, but there's just a lot of shit going on. And I love this kind of stuff. Like this is what I live for when it comes to rap reactions. So let's get into this. Let's see what this man was cooking with.
Ryan Upchurch. Hey, end my career, pussy. Get off the internet. Come troll me in real life.
When that Adderall kicks in, it's terrific. Shit's delicious. Teeth go missing. Eyes look different. Look at Ryan. He's a perfect picture of addiction. I'm conflicted. Minutes turn to hours. This little coward butt naked in the shower. Talk about dissing Tom McDonald while you tripping. Ain't everybody gave you all your flowers? Your flowers? Guess it ain't enough. Now you wanna take hours? Bitch, you fake as fuck. You just lie to your followers.
I'm assuming by he's been given his flowers, like he might mean by the fans, but he might also mean like we all gave you your flowers. Like I gave you your flowers, all these other, and now you just be throwing shots at us. And I don't know what started all of this, so you guys might have to fill me in. I feel like I knew a little bit at one point because I know that some shit had went wrong or went south, and Mises threw a diss track, which we did a reaction to, but I don't recall like the exact details behind all of it. So far though, it seems like this is gonna be more of like a direct, I'm going to talk about you, your life, and the messed up shit that you do kind of diss tracks, which I like the most. I feel like personal shit hits way better than double, triple, quadruple entendre type shit where you just put a bar together that has all these different meanings, but it's not always super relevant to that person's like personal life. So I like when people are just very direct. I think that shit always hits.
Everybody gave you all your flowers. Your flowers? Guess it ain't enough. Now you wanna take hours? Bitch, you fake as fuck. You just lie to your followers. And they accept it, acknowledge it, act like God said it. Bunch of yes men try to fucking put me in the box, bitch. We ain't playing Tetris when it comes to the rap shit. You ain't on no best list.
Now, I'm not saying this about Upchurch's fans because I don't know the entirety of the situation, but just in general, when it comes to fan bases and people have acquired a very strong fan base, they will deal with a lot of shit. It's kind of odd. Like, I think that the best case scenarios that I could think are like bigger mainstream artists that have really big fan bases. And it's like, if the artist were to do something wrong, even if the wrong was kind of including their followers in it, whether it was lying to them or just doing some shit that doesn't look out for their best interest, there are always a group of followers that will find a way to justify it. They will find a way in their head to make it make sense because they have been such a hardcore fan, especially if it's been for a long time, that they will let shit go or spin it and find a narrative that makes it seem like, well, they didn't mean to do this. So this is what really happened type of shit. But that's not always the case. Like sometimes it's very straightforward. They did some F shit, right? But you found a way to kind of spin it around and stuff. Now, again, I'm not saying this about Upchurch fans. This may be the case though. Obviously this is what he's saying, but I'm just pointing out that I've seen this a lot before. I've even seen it when it comes to like YouTubers and stuff, which have very strong like cult followings almost, just given the fact that you get to really grow with a YouTuber. You hear all about their life, so on and so forth. But then all of a sudden they do like some crypto rug scam or some shit, right? A lot of people will get mad about it, especially if they lost money, but there's others that are going to be like, well, no, they didn't really mean to do that. Let me explain it. You know what I'm saying? And they'll find a way to make it okay so they can continue to be a fan of that person that they want to be a fan of. So is not outside of the realm of reality of what he's saying.
You don't want to fight, you just type with mad fingers. Must suck to be a shitty rapper and a bad singer. Boy, you sweat just talking, out of breath just walking. Lord forgive me, I'm about to put a church in a coffin.
I like that. But he also said, yo, you sweat just walking, out of breath just talking. That shit's kind of wild. Now, as far as him not being a good singer, I'm not going to get behind that one. The rap thing, I used to do some reactions to Upchurch back when I first started doing reactions in 2019, 2020. And there were certain things where I'd give him props on, but I would point out and say like the flow a little choppy, like it's not always completely on beat. Like there was things that he wasn't that great at, but his singing I always thought was top tier. So I can't hate on the singing. Now, I do think that his rapping has improved significantly since those first few reactions that I did, and it's gotten a lot better. But there is credibility behind what he's saying as far as the rap side of it to me, because there was a point where he's getting insane views and people are riding the shit out of him, but the rapping wasn't really that great. You know what I'm saying? Not on every track. There were some where he hit it good, but lately, the last couple of times I did a reaction, which has been like 6 months now or more, but those were actually kind of dope. I ain't even gonna lie.
With mad fingers, must suck to be a shitty rapper and a bad singer. Boy, you sweat just talking, out of breath just walking. Lord forgive me, I'm about to put a church in a coffin. Say what you say, ho, I'ma take it farther. Say you hate Canadians, but love Nicole Arbor. Say you hate your mother, you can't stand your father. I guess that's a whole lot of life mixed with karma. Your lifeline to keep you alive is Big Pharma. You know Adderall, your last album belly flop. All I do is cannonball. That a boy, fucking dork, Dragon Ball. I can smell the bullshit, I'm a fucking matador.
I like that whole sequence right there. Your last album, belly flop. All I do is cannonball, effing dork, Dragon Ball. Like, I like this last little sequence. It's actually kind of fire.
I guess that's a whole lot of life mixed with karma. Your lifeline to keep you alive is Big Pharma. You know Adderall, your last album belly flop. All I do is cannonball. That a boy, fucking dork, Dragon Ball. I can smell the bullshit, I'm a fucking matador. Wobble like a cripple man, body like Michelin, titties like a bitch, probably suck dick, Olympian. Ryan type of dude to be gay and not say shit. Turn around and make fun of you for the same shit.
See, this is what I like about the direct shit. There's not like a lot of, okay, this might mean all these different things. He's just telling you straight up. He's like, yo, he the type of dude to be gay and then turn around and hate on you for the same shit. Like, a lot of the things that he's saying here, I like. Like, I feel like this is a good diss track so far. I'm really curious to see what that back and forth is going to be like if Upchurch does decide to respond. Let me know if you guys think he'll respond down below in the comments.
I can smell the bullshit, I'm a fucking matador. Wobble like a cripple man, body like Michelin, titties like a bitch, probably suck dick, Olympian.
I like that too.
Type of dude to be gay and not say shit. Turn around and make fun of you for the same shit. Heart starts racing.
I know people like that.
Painting, pacing in the basement, talk about spaceships. I'ma keep it a brick, Freemason. Ryan type of dude to say fuck you and then write a statement. You been breadcrumbing, you been said something. You turn your back on your friends like the feds coming. You holler at boys, that's how you make a living. Creek squad cool, but I'm more like a river.
He says, you holler at boys. That's how you make a living. Low-key pedo shot right there. Holler boy, yo, that's wild. I like that, yo, it seems like a lot of this diss is like, yo, Ryan, this type of person. He this type of person. He the type to do this. I kind of rock with that approach.
Type of dude to say fuck you and then write a statement. You been breadcrumbing, you been said something. You turn your back on your friends like the feds coming. You holler at boys, that's how you make a living. Creek squad cool, but I'm more like a river.
Okay.
Shit moves quicker, it got bigger fish, and the creek's just water on the side of a ditch. Your followers are lost, just a bunch of blind kids, and you ain't got no heart, that's a sign of a bitch.
And I think that was also a smart play, like to hate on different terminology and stuff that he uses. Like the Creek Squad is what Upchurch calls his fan base. I assume all of you guys know that, but just in case anybody doesn't know. So he relates it to like, oh, the creek, but I'm a river. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger, flows faster, there's bigger fish. And a creek is just some shit on the side of the road in a ditch in all reality. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I like that. That's actually dope to make that play.
Lost, just a bunch of blind kids, and you ain't got no heart, that's a sign of a bitch. Fat kid, body looked like a bag of shit, did a backflip and landed on a bag of dicks. Apple iPhone, only place that you exist. And this shit all started cause you said I made a diss.
And I like that he said Apple iPhone is the only place that you exist. So I think what he's trying to say is like, you are perpetually online. That is literally where you exist. We ain't never seeing you out here talking that shit in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just exist on that phone. You in videos, you on the internet, you in this world. You're not a part of the whole shit. You know what I mean? Like, come to real life type of thing. That's what it feels like, at least.
Phone, only place that you exist. And this shit all started cause you said I made a diss. How's it feel to be hated and alone? When I'm done, you'll be broke down like all the trucks you own. I was really there for you, loved you like a brother. Guess I shouldn't be surprised, look how you treat your mother. I know you can't run, plus you stuck with some flat tires. You've been baptized, holy water splashed on. Open up your black eyes, better start to act right, or leave this bitch flatline, wonder what your capsize.
This motherfucker sits in his house behind security in a gate, talking crazy to his fucking phone. Hey, you pussy, come talk to me crazy in my face.
I didn't even try to write this diss track. It took me yawn. I'm going to bed. I just wrote this before I went to bed.
Yeah, you can tell. Half your shit don't even fucking rhyme, little bitch.
Yo, the animosity is real. The animosity is real. He's like, yo, stop all that shit behind the security, talking all this stuff to your iPhone. Come say that shit to my face. Let me know about this in real life. Hold up, there was something else he said I wanted to address.
I didn't even try to write this diss track.
Hold up.
This motherfucker sits in his house behind security in a gate, talking crazy to his fucking phone. Hey, you pussy, come talk to me crazy in my face.
I didn't even try to write this diss track. It took me yawn. I'm going to bed. I just wrote this before I went to bed.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't at the. I could have swore there was something else he said that I was like, yo, I wanted to say something about.
Bitch, flatline, wonder what your cap size.
Oh, okay. It wasn't even something he said. I just wanted to say that this beat is so perfect for a diss track. I like this beat. Shout out to whoever produced this beat. That shit goes hard. I feel like it just fits the aesthetic of what you would expect when someone's gonna just tear somebody down, especially from a perspective of more personal, real life shit. So, yeah, curious to see what you guys think. Shout out to Adam Calhoun. I think that this was a dope shot. And I'm curious to see if Upchurch responds. If he does, as always, I'm going to try my best to just approach it as unbiased as possible. I don't have anybody that like a fish in this fight or whatever they say, a chicken in the fight, whatever terminology you want to use. I don't really have that. Like, I've done reactions to Adam Calhoun. I feel like he's got some fire in some of his shit, and I could appreciate it. And I think I've enjoyed to see the improvement that he's done over the years since I first had heard of him a few years back when I was reacting on a different channel. And the same thing with Upchurch. Like, I enjoyed some of it early on. I feel like he wasn't as functional of a rapper, though, as Adam Calhoun was, but I do think that he's improved over time. So it'd be interesting to see this back and forth now that he is a much more functional rapper. The flows are more on point. He's on beat, all that kind of stuff. And we'll just go from there. But like I said, I don't have any relationship with either of them. Never spoke to either of them personally. Upchurch has shown some love to some reactions that I've done, but I don't ever look at that to make me make a decision. Or I'm never going to like that's never going to direct my thought process, if that's makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always, especially when it comes to diss tracks, I'm always going to be honest. Because for any of you guys that have watched other reactions that I've done, I guess just recently, yeah, not that long ago, probably over the summer maybe, there was a back and forth between two other YouTube reactors, Screwface John and Knox Hill. And at one point in the past, I wasn't a big fan of Knox Hill. We had a little bit of a back and forth, but we resolved that. We're cool now. Like, that's the homie. I appreciate him. And I actually knew that diss was going to happen because he called me up and told me, like, yo, I'm going to drop this diss. And I just wanted to let you know ahead of time, so on and so forth. And so I knew it was coming. And I don't really have any relationship with Screw. Although when I first got into YouTube, I did. Like, we were cool and stuff. But, you know, and again, I don't want to spark up more shit again. But I just, personally, we don't vibe. I just don't feel like our personalities vibe. The way he moves, different than the way I move. He may feel the same way about me, and that's fine. But I'm happy to see that he hit 1 million subscribers. Shout out to him. Knox has hit 1 million. I love to see people succeed no matter what. Like, there's no hate there. But obviously, I have a relationship with Knox, and I don't with Screw. But by the end of that battle, I said, you know what? I think Screw took it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think overall, I think Screw took it. In the beginning, I thought Knox was getting off. But, and you know what I'm saying? And hopefully, as far as I know, there's no bad blood or ill will with me and Knox because I said that. And I don't think Knox would ever approach it that way because he seems like a good dude who just respects rap in general. And I like that about him. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know. That was just my reasoning to explain, like, no matter what the situation, I am going to be as raw and real as I possibly can. And it doesn't mean that I'm right, because when it comes to rap and diss tracks, a lot of it is subjective. It just depends on what you find to be a really good bar, what personal you think hits harder than the other, what punchlines you like stuff like that. And we might differ on that. So you might think one person won, I might think another, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no objective, they definitely won, unless one guy just can't rap. Then that changes shit. So anyways, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get a response. If we do, let me know if I miss it, and I will dive into it as soon as possible. But take it easy, stay safe. I'll catch you in the next one, homies.